Alright, hello. Good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. We got some new Reptilianne support. It's been a while, although Konami has been releasing a lot of Reptile support recently, which is nice. But it's been a while since the last Reptilianne card. And we still don't have Volcanic support. By the way, I'm waiting as a Volcanic player. Konami, get on it. Now, well, let's begin. Reptilianne Nyaminy, level 2. During your main phase, you have Reptile in your graveyard, quick effect. Send this guy from your hand to the graveyard, target one face of master your opponent controls, attack 0. Okay? Your opponent controls a monster with 0 attack, press on this guy from your graveyard, and the dreaded, you can only use 1 effect per turn, and only once that turn. Okay, so, attack change, targets, quick effect, free chain, lots of timings, monster main end. I don't think you need these for your own turn, just for the opponent's turn. Location of hand, hard once per turn. Condition needs to be the main phase, and you need to have a reptile in your graveyard. So let's see, the guess matching card, race, location grave, reptile, looks correct. Cost is able to okay, correct. It targets in a face-up opponent's monster to change attack to 0. So his existing target, non-zero attack. So this checks if it's face-up and its attack is not 0. Because you cannot change the attack for monster to 0 if it's already 0. That's according to rulings. The opponent controls, face up. Need to change this. Just a little bit. Like so. Select target. Set attack final. It's permanent. It doesn't last until the end. No. Things like 0. Okay. It's not like until the end phase or anything like that. Value 0. Okay. So that effect seems fine. Second effect, spell summon ignition. Location grave. I don't think you need this property. Your opponent controls a monster with 0 attack. Spell summon this from your graveyard. Yeah, I don't think you need this. Grave, hard on turn. Is it guessing matching card? Opponent side of the field, face up. Is attack 0. Okay, that's the condition. The opponent needs to control a monster with 0 attack. And then target function. You're not checking if you have zones, 3 zones. So do get location count. TP, location, M zone needs to be higher than 0. And this could come in special summons. Okay. If it's related, special summon. Okay, so that seems fine. Let's test it real quick. So we need a reptile in our graveyard. I'm going to use Foolish Burial for that. And so I guess let's do Alien Shock Trooper, and let's give the opponent a monster real quick to use the first effect. Don't shuffle. Okay. Let me turn off the quick animations. Okay. Okay, so I cannot use it yet. And now I should be able to, okay. Okay, can't use it in the battle phase, only in the main phase. Discard target, 0. Cannot use the second effect right away because of the restriction. And now I should be able to Special summon it. Boop. Okay. So this one seems fine. Okay, let's move on to this one, the next monster. Reptilianne Coatl. Level 4 tuner. If you control a dark reptile, you can spell summon this card from your hand. Then if your opponent controls a monster with 0 attack, you can spell summon one Reptilianne from your hand. Not one, you can spell summon Reptilianne monsters from your hand up to the number of those monsters. Okay, you can only use the effect once per turn. If this card you control is used as single material for a reptile, you can treat it as a non-tuner. Okay, so spell summon from hand. Ignition, yes. The summon, location hand, once per turn. Condition, you need to control a dark reptile. Face up, attribute dark, raise reptile, seems fine. You have zones, can I spell summon, okay. Standard stuff. And then operation. Spell summon this card from your hand. Ignore the effect, or special summon. Okay. So if it spell summon successfully, it goes here. Get matching group, build a face up. Yeah, we have yeah, okay, face up, attack 0 on the opponent's side. So this is the this is the group of cards that the opponent controls that have 0 attack. CT is the minimum between those cards and the number of free monsters you have. Makes sense. If Blue Spirit is up, they should just become 1 in this case, or rather, mean between 1 and CT. I mean, okay, we could do this actually, if FT equals to this number. If FT is 0, then stop. If you have no room, then just stop there. Otherwise, we're going to proceed. Right, so CT is the minimum between your zones and the opponent's monsters. If Blue Spirit is in play, it needs to become 1. So I don't think you need the minimum here. Rather, you do need it. Right, so if the opponent has no monsters... Okay, let's do this slightly differently. Let's do this down here. So if FT is 0 or #OG is 0, oops, then return. And so if you have no room, or if the opponent has no monster with 0 attack, stop right there. Then CT becomes the minimum. If Blue Eye Spirit is up, it becomes 1. Okay. And then SG are the Reptilians you can summon, I suppose. Let's see, Reptilianne. Can you spell summon? Location hand. Yeah, so SG are all your Reptilians that can be spell summoned in the hand. So if CT is more than 0, CT is the maximum amount you can summon at this point, because it says up to the number. Okay. Okay, if SG is higher than 0, the player says yes because it's optional. Right. You can spell summon. Then break effect. This is to because it says then it's a different timing. Select what you want to special summon. 1 up to CT. Special summon it, and we're done. Okay, and then the other effect is about the being treated as a non-tuner, right? Single range zone non-tuner with a reptile. Okay, so that seems fine, I think. So let's try it out now. Okay, so how are we gonna try this out? We need to control a dark reptile first. Okay, let's use these. So both of these are tuners. So we can test out the non-tuner thing for reptiles. I think there's a level 6 synchro. Yep. So it should work for this, but it should not work for Coral Dragon. Since it's a dragon. Okay, so how are we gonna do the zero attack thing exactly? Let's see. We can give one monster this way. Or we could just pass, I suppose. Let's just pass. I don't need to make it more complicated. I just need a bunch of zero attack monsters. Not a bunch, just a couple. Other than that, idle. Yep. And some reptilians in my hand. Let's say Gardener. And I don't know. Whatever. They don't have to be different names or anything, so just do 2 Gardener. Yeah, okay. So, needs an opponent. And we need like 6 cards. Okay, this should be good enough. So I'm gonna test it from the other side. I'm gonna summon stuff here. You attack monsters. And then test it from here, from this side. Just to speed it up a little bit. So first of all, if we control a dark reptile, so Lamia in this example, should be able to special summon this. Okay, special summon. Special summon Reptilianne from your hand. Yes. So I can select up to 2. Okay, that seems fine. And then if I want to make Hydra, I can use this as a non-tuner. But if I want to make Coral, I have to use these. So that effect works as well. Okay, so she seems to be fine. Let me see, I think there was a... Okay, yeah, seems fine. So let's move on to the Synchro monster. Yes, Melusine. Level 8, Reptile Tuner, +1 or more non-tuners. If this guy was Synchro summoned using only reptiles material, it cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. Once per chain, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick, attack one face a monster they control, change attack to 0. If this Synchro summoned card you control is into the graveyard by an opponent's card, search one reptile. Okay. Reptile Tuner, anything non-tuner. Cannot be struck by battle effects. What's the condition here? Synchro summon using only reptiles. Okay. Who scripted this? No credit. Probably CCM then. Probably. Okay. Why are you checking the face of the attacker? I don't know. Probably copy paste it from somewhere. We don't need the face. Someone type Synchro. Do is materials, and there's nothing in the material group that's not a reptile. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, so then we have the attack change effect, change to 0. Attack change quick, do this. Chaining, damage step, no, it's a when, so no delay. It does target, monster zone, condition declaration, okay. Let's see, what's the condition here? When your opponent activates a monster effect, it's once per chain too, so this is the opponent. Active type monster, and this is not chaining or destroyed. Okay. So the chaining thing is probably gonna be it's gonna do the once per chain thing, I hope. But I think it also needs this part. Target. One face of monster the opponent controls. Non-zero attack. The opponent controls. Okay, seems fine. Select target. Set attack final. 0. It's not until the end phase. So we're doing this. Did I check that here? Yeah, okay. Not until the end phase. Okay. And then the search. If the single summon card is into the grave by the opponent. Answer, single to go, into grave. It's an if, so delay is needed. Okay, so reason player is the opponent. It was on your field. In your master zone, more specifically, and summon type is synchro. Seems fine. And then there's filter location deck, reptile, type master, able to hunt. This is standard searching stuff. Yeah, okay, seems fine. Okay, so let's see. Suppose it's level 8, how do we summon it? 2 at 6, we need another 2. Or 4 plus 4, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. We just need a dark reptile, that's level 4, I think. The Ogdoadic. This guy. This. Okay, so... Oh wait, he's light. This guy's dark. Okay. So these two can summon her. If they were both reptiles, she will not be destroyed. So let's get Dark Hole out. Dark Hole. And then once per chain when the opponent activates a master effect, target for 0 attack, and if it's in the graveyard, search one reptile. So let's do Gamma Seal for the surge effect. There we go. We need a reptile in the deck. Laminate. Okay, and the once per chain thing. Yeah, we're just gonna use the same cards and it should be fine, I think. But I need a quick effect to test the once per chain part. let's do Maxi. Very quick effect. Okay. No opponents. 5 is enough. Okay, so first of all, special summon, synchro summon her. Okay. Now she should be protected. Okay. And then let's try the targeting effect. So I'm gonna summon this. Activate. Chain. Target. Now if I change this, I should not be able to use this. Okay. Now that's wrong. So we need to use the flag. Yeah. We need to put a flag here. Target. Let's see. It's get handler. So the card itself. See, get flag. Effect ID is 0, so the flag is not active basically. And then right below here we're going to turn the flag on. Register. Now let me pick up the parameters real quick because I don't quite remember the order. Just copy pasting from Discord. ID. You said chain probably. Let me see. You said chain. I don't remember if this needs reset event or not. I'm just gonna put it as it is, as this for now, and we'll figure it out. And let's try the search effect. Okay. Okay. Syntax error. 61. Oh, okay. It should be a colon, not a semicolon. Let's try it again. Summon. Okay, so I'm gonna summon this. Activate. Chain maxi. Okay, yeah, I cannot chain here. See? So it should be fine. And we don't need this. Okay. Right, so she's fine after all these fixes. Good. So let's move on to the spell. Not this one, this one. There we go. The one that has multiple effects, if I recall correctly. Yeah. Alright, so Lamification. Second copy of hand the gradient, activate 2 of these effects. Set one Reptilianne monster, set one Reptilianne spell or trap. Instead, accept this, or change the attack points of monster upon control to 0, and you can only activate 1. Okay, chain activate, once per turn. Cost should be sending a card from your hand to the graveyard, accept itself. Okay, so it's fine. And then let me see how the how is it scripted, because it has multiple effects, right? There's a target operation here, and there's a lot of small functions here. Okay. So let me see. Monster to hunt target, spell trap to hunt target, attack target. Okay. Let's look at these individually first. Is this mounting card, M filter, location tag, monster, Reptilianne, able to hunt. Okay. It's gonna be the same for spell trap. And not a good idea, of course. Okay. Nice. And this change attack for face monster weapon controls to 0. Is it this mounting card? We have the auxiliary. Is it in the attack? I forget. Yeah. This checks if a monster is face up and it has more than 0 attack, pretty much. It's the exact same check. It just whatchamacallit, it's a bit simpler to do this way. Yeah, a bit cleaner. And here it sets a category as well. Yeah, because the category depends on what effects you activate, and because you need to pick 2 of the 3, you're always going to do a search effect. So that's why these 2 are here. You're always going to be searching. But sometimes you're going to be doing 2 searches, sometimes you're going to be doing 1 search and 1 attack change. So the attack change should only be if you activated the attack change effect, pretty much. Okay, so this is the main target function. B0, 1, and 2 are the individual target functions we just looked at. And the activation condition is this, let's see. B0 and B1 or B2, or B1 and B2. Okay, so either B0 and either B1 or B2, or both B1 and B2. Makes sense. Okay, so 0. So this way you need to pick 2 effects. Okay, and depending on whether the activation conditions for each individual effect are correct, or true or not, you can make the pick. It's added to this table, and then this table is used when you make the pick for which 2 effects you can activate. I think this is copied from the Math Mac. That's what he said. Hatter? Yeah, I think that's what Hatter said. Yeah, I think it's copied from this guy. Touch up to 3. Choose how many effects. Yeah, but it's basically, I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's very similar. There's some bitwise stuff here to see what functions are gonna be run, and he just runs the individual target functions and puts the selection, what was selected as the label for the effect, which is gonna be used again down here. So let's go through the individual operations. This is to search a monster. Okay, this is to search the spell trap. Okay, stuff is the same as standard searching stuff. And then this is the attack thing. Again, we can change this to in the attack, the opponent controls. It does not target, so I need to put this here to fix the message in the log. That becomes 0. it's permanent, or rather until the card leaves the field or stops being face up, basically. And in the actual operation, it checks the label that had replaced up here, and depending on what the selection was, it executes the corresponding operations for each effect. So it looks fine, but we're gonna have to test it out to be certain. Don't need these. Okay, so what do we need? Reptiliannes. 1L, 2Ns, by the way. So it's a this in the deck, and then a spell or trap. I guess there's no Reptilianne trap. Okay. And for the attack, again we're gonna go back to our good friend Silent Lobby. Okay, 3 cards. Okay. So now I should don't be able to use the search effects, not the there we go. Search and search. Search a monster and search a spell trap. Okay. If I summon this to the opponent's field, should be able to use to pick any of the 3 effects. Okay. So let's say I pick search and 0 attack. Such a monster, and then become 0 attack. Okay. Now, if I don't have enough, so if I don't have this in my deck, I can only search a monster. I should not be able to use it right now. Okay. But if I summon Wobby, I should be able to use it and pick the search monster and the 0 attack effects. Okay. Okay, so this seems fine. Should be good. Okay, so let's move on to the field spell and then we're done. So let's see, field spell. Target 1 monster you control with 0 attack and 1 dark reptile in your graveyard. Destroy that monster on the field if you do spell summon the other monster from your graveyard. Okay? It's kind of like Baxia. Like 1 card you control, 1 level 4 lower monster you get, destroy the card on the field, just spell summon the monster from the graveyard. Yeah. It's kind of like Baxia. Okay. If your opponent activates a monster effect, target 1 face a monster they control with 0 attack. You can, it's optional. Take control of it, then special summon 1 token to your opponent's field, and you can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, again, header. I guess that's the ID for the token. Yep. Okay, it's summoned by this card. That's why it already exists. Right, so let's see, activate effect. That's to place it on the field zone. Ignition, target, destroy special summon, field zone, hold once per turn. Okay. SPTG. Right, so target 1 monster you control 0 attack, 1 reptile in your graveyard. Let's see, his existing target. This filter, location on zone, FT. Face up is attack 0, and you either have room or it's in the main monster zone. Now there's a function for this. Main MC. Yes, is in main monster zone. which essentially does that check. It just looks a little cleaner. It's a bit more. If you don't know what sequence is, you might be confused looking at the script, but if you see this function, okay, you can tell right away what it does. It checks if C is in the main master zone. It's a bit more clear this way. SP filter should be graveyard, ETP, dark reptile. Dark reptile. Can be special summoned. Okay. That seems fine. You select your target to destroy first. It should be master zone. Label object the destroy target. Okay. Select what you want to special summon. Okay. Operation info destroy, operation info special summon. And then the operation, let's see, TC1, TC2. Feels like something's missing here. If TC1 is not a label object, then flip them. So TC1 becomes the label object. So after this flip, TC1 is always going to be the one you targeted on your field. Otherwise, it's going to destroy it here. But I think point was to do this. So if this one is related to effect, destroy, grave, wait, destroy a monster on the field. It doesn't need to end up in the graveyard according to the text, so I'm gonna delete this. And TC2 is related to effects. Necro Valley? Necro Valley. Disableable. That's kind of weird. You are targeting the card. So Necro Valley is gonna see this and decide if it's gonna negate or not. You don't need to do this. Necro Valley is gonna perform a check. What you need to check is that you have room. That you have an empty master zone. Although I suppose if you destroy it, well, here's the thing, maybe it moves to the opponent's side, or yeah, if it moves to the opponent's side and then your master zones are full, that's possible. Because it will still be destroyed, it will still be the master on the field. It's not gonna lose its target, so it's gonna still destroy it from the opponent's side, but then it's gonna try to special summon with no zones. That would be an issue. So anyway, in this case, special summon this, TC2. Okay, seems fine. And the other effect is a trigger. Failed trigger O. Control special summon token. Okay, delay. If, because it doesn't delay. Target, because it targets an opponent's master. Event chaining. I think that might be wrong, because that implies it directly changes to the effects. Let me see. Yeah, it should be like this. This one. Okay, event chaining. Okay. So maybe delay chaining trigger is a combination that works. Chaining is usually used for quick effects that directly change something, like quasar negation. So that's why I wasn't sure. But seems like it's probably gonna work. Of course, we're gonna test it and see. But yeah. Right. So field zone. Yeah. How must be done? You can only use each effect. Okay. And let's check the functions down here. So horizon player is the opponent. Active type monster, so if your opponent activates a monster effect. Right, what do we need to do? Target a face and monster with 0 attack. Take control, then special summon a token to the opponent's field. Right, so location monster zone, the opponent's filter. His face up, his controller can be changed. His attack 0, and either FT, what's FT? FT is the opponent's. The fuck is G here? It sounds like copy paste. I'm reading the description for the function. Okay. Yeah, I don't get why. Just use get location count. I think it's gonna be fine. Get location count. For the opponent, of course. Oops. Right, so you pass it to the filter. Face up, controller can be changed. Attack 0. And you have room. The opponent has room to special summon the token, I suppose. Or this card, or the target is in the main monster zone. Let me change this again. The point being that if it's in the main master zone, even if the opponent doesn't have any other room, this effect will take control of the target and then special summon the token in the zone that the target was in before you took control of it. So it should be fine in that case. So what do you return here in the activation check? Is it distant target? Okay. Play can special summon count 2. What? They control the special summon 1 token. You're only special summoning 1. So what the fuck is this? And you can special summon the token on the opponent's side. Okay, that seems fine. Select your target. Okay, then maybe you need the operation info for the tokens as well here. One time passcode. Yeah, you need these too. Okay, so I think that's fine. And then the operation gets a target if it's not related to the effect, and face up, and its attack is 0. Well, it says take control of it, not that target, which means that it doesn't need to still be face up 0 attack if the translation is correct. But if it's not related, you stop there, of course. So get control. What does this return? Boolean or dual get control returns a boolean, okay? Again, we can replace this with get location count. And display comes with some master the token. Right, that's the same as this. Right, so if you take control of it successfully, of the target, and the opponent has room after that, and you can special summon the token, then break effect because it says then, so it's a different timing. Create a token, special summon the token, and that's it. Now there's one small thing that I want to add, the classic, this line. Just to be safe, so if it gets MST'd or something, the field spell, the effects are should not resolve properly. Okay, so how to test this? One monster we control is 0 attack, and 1 dark reptile in the graveyard. Okay, this has 0 attack. There's gonna be a dark reptile in our graveyard. Okay, so this is gonna work for the first effect. And the second effect, upon activating master effect, attack one face up, they control 0 attack, take control. Okay, so we're gonna use these two. Some of the token, okay. We don't need these, and we need 4 cards in our hand. Or rather 3 cards. Wait, no, we need 4 cards, yeah. Okay. So activate the field spell. And we'll summon this. Mail the other one. And we're gonna try using the first effect. Target. Destroy that, special summon this. Seems fine. Okay, and then I'm gonna summon Lamia, use the effect of Coatl in the hand, and then try and trigger the second effect of the field spell. Summon, activate. After it resolves, it should trigger. Yep. I can target her, take control, and special summon the token. Okay. So this one's fine too. We're done. We are finished. Okay. Okay. Scripts were pretty much okay. I mean, okay, the synchro was a bit of a mess, I'm gonna be honest. But okay, we fixed it. That's what matters. Okay, so I'm a bit tired, so I'm gonna finish this up kind of really quickly and upload the cards in the game. If you're watching this on YouTube, probably the cards are already in the game. You can go try them out right now. So go ahead and do that if you're a Reptile fan. These are pretty cool cards, I'm not gonna lie. They're not amazing or anything, but they're cool. And I really like the artworks. The artworks are really pretty. She's really pretty, she's really cute. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, bye bye. Hope you enjoyed.